I've had a great day today.
Okay, what's up?
I've had an absolutely great day today. I got my floppy drive working, didn't I,
Oh,
Patrick?
awesome.
Woo!
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. No, seriously, I've had an absolutely awesome day today. I got my TIAC 5-inch floppy drive working with Patrick with the FDC plus, and I created a boot floppy. How good is that?
There you go. Awesome.
CPM. There you
Yeah,
go.
and
Yeah.
CPM3 as well.
Oh, wow.
Ooh,
Yeah,
fancy.
yeah. Look at me.
Uh,
Yeah, no, I'm absolutely elated. I couldn't be happier.
No, that's awesome, man. That's
it's
great.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm buzzing.
Okay, what's next? Come on. You gotta go. You're gonna go back. You do paper tape. You're gonna do the
Yeah.
cassette.
It must have been knocking
Uh,
around, mustn't it, Patrick? I think it must have been. Do you know what really weirded me out today when I was like working with Patrick today? Is I had this TIAC 55. Is it 55 GGR or something?
Yeah,
yep,
GFR.
yep,
Yeah.
yep.
And I sort of said to Patrick, I don't think I've got the jumper setting correct on the drive. And he sort of said, "Oh, give me a minute." And literally, while I was just looking at my drive, I took a picture and I WhatsApped it over to him, and he immediately, you know, uh, checked it with his drive, even though the motherboard was the same. He correlated the settings and the jumpers. He sent me back a picture with the correct markings on the jumpers within about 3 minutes. And I was just thinking now, going like, this is like service that you just don't get.
Right.
Yeah.
I
I'm
was absolutely. He just sent me this picture back, and he went, "Oh, you need to take those three off there. You need to put that one on, and you need to move that one."
Yeah.
And I was like,
yeah.
"I don't want to swear here," but I was like, "What the?"
Oh yeah, yeah.
It was like working with the machine today a bit because Patrick
Uh,
was like,
Yeah.
he came back and he said, "Oh, by the way, have you done this as well?" And I was like, "Hang on, I haven't moved the jumpers yet on the drive." And when I did this, I didn't know how to use hex load, and he just took me through this thing, and I just thought, you know what, I'm going to repeat myself here. I'm having such a great day,
Good.
that's
Yeah.
and
awesome, man.
So take
yeah,
some
and
photographs of your jumper settings and your drive in that
Oh, yeah.
and send them to me.
I'm not.
Yeah.
That's very intimate, that Walt.
No,
Oh,
That's
but
great.
see, that's the whole idea of the website and the
yeah.
videos is to feed the solutions to the
Right.
next guy that comes along.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Wait till you work on putting a web page together with Walt. It's very intimate.
Went through your webpage. You guys did an awesome job. I
Yeah.
followed through. It was awesome. Great job.
Yeah. Oh, and Walt, I have created the STL files. I just haven't sent them to you yet.
Oh, okay, great.
So I have a question as we sit here and I know some people are talking about playing around with cassettes next and stuff like that. I have a literally the exact printer I had when I was in high school. It just got stored and tracked with me all these years. It's an old
goodness.
Panasonic KX 1091.
Hmm.
I used to have it hooked to a TI at the time, regular parallel printer. And it seems like most of the stuff from S100 is serial based for printing. Is
Hmm.
that correct?
Yeah.
I do know I have seen parallel cards, but I haven't seen anybody. I haven't seen any configuration saying how to adjust the parallel ports to work. Most of them seem to be for other parallel
Right.
uses, I guess. So,
I use
okay,
parallel ports all the time for printers.
okay,
Yeah.
At,
okay.
You
at
can
home,
if you go on eBay and look for a Chromemco PRI board, that you
Yeah.
can get them really cheap, and it's a printer board, S100 printer board. For it works for Centronics and a few other types of
Mhm.
printers.
Okay, yeah, I might have one. I remember there were two different PRI. They had one that was designed just for their daisy wheel printer, I think it used to say. Is that, unless I'm getting it mixed up? Kremenko, I thought I had two different PRI boards or two different printer boards. But okay, yeah, I mean, I'll take a look. So I'm not going down a rabbit hole here if I
yeah.
start trying to get okay, because I was the other option was looking for a serial to parallel converter, which you can still find them from the '80s floating around on eBay. And I was thinking of doing that. I mean, that's actually that's why I have a USB to parallel converter to have it print from these systems for my Linux boxes and stuff.
If you get a serial to parallel, though, you have to make sure it has the handshaking that the parallel printer needs.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, well, these were designed for Centronic printers in theory, so I would hope it would have the handshaking.
But yeah, the standard was the Centronics parallel interface.
Yeah. So that's what this has. I do have my bigger, because the Panasonic I keep up here because it's relatively small, fits on top of a cart, in the room here. I have larger Epson printers out in the garage that actually have the serial and parallel boards in it, but I haven't played around with those yet. But I figured printing would be another next step for me to play around with that. Just to kind of get that going.
Well, we were talking about that as well today, Joe. This is so weird, but that's what I was saying to Patrick today. I want to set up a serial print as well on mine.
Yeah, I had a serial printer on mine back in the day.
Yeah,
it was an old. I can't remember the brand, but yeah, I had a serial, tractor feed serial printer.
Yeah, that's
back in the day.
Epson was a popular one.
Yeah, I had an Epson at one point, but I had an Oki Data. That was
Oki Data, yeah.
That's the one I had.
I got an Oki. I got an Oki that I use right now. It's parallel driven, and I use it with the FPGA board.
You know how hard it is to find green bar paper? I know I'm having a tough time showing it, but green bar tractor feed paper is really difficult to find if you don't want to pay an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
I wish I bought more from the place.
For a serial to parallel and parallel to serial adapter, I made one myself with a PIC chip because what I did is made it so it could take a USB keyboard and translate it to ASCII parallel data for a SOL-20 computer. But it's a real simple program to translate back and forth.
I think it comes down to handshaking and stuff. To Terry's point, that's the thing is I thought about Arduinos and PICs, and I think Terry's point is right. I'd have to get a device that's designed. I think it might be a little beyond my skill set. I don't know.
I was thinking about an Epson FX80 or something, Joe. Something really bog basic. That was a classic. So then again, this is a Panasonic because it was what I had when I was growing up. But then the Epsons out in the garage, I think are LG or LQ 850s, and they have a Centronic LQ. Okay, they have Centronic and I was able to get the serial port when I came across them. So I figured that would cover me either way if I couldn't, if one system I didn't have a PIO card or something. But I'm finding Terry,
some of the.
Did you say Oki? Did someone mention Oki a minute ago?
Yeah, Oki Data.
Yeah, they're very good as well, Joe. I worked on Oki 320s and 321s. When I was in my young days, and they must be readily available still.
Yeah,
I used was it 325s? We actually used them for work to do bill of ladings for the pickup for the trucks. Had to have multi-sheet bill of ladings. So,
the thing I really liked about the Oki Data was it used typewriter ribbons, not special cartridges. So they were really cheap and really easy to get hold of still.
Yeah.
And that was a big plus for the Oki Data, was that you didn't have to buy these custom plastic cartridges that, of course, don't exist anymore.
They were really long, Tim, weren't they? The crap ones were really long.
Yeah, but the Oki Datas you actually used. Yeah, the Oki Datas just used regular spool typewriter ribbons, so it made.
And usually those you can re-ink if you had to. I mean,
you can still buy those things.
Okay, that's
regular typewriter ribbons are still used.
I've actually come across them for the ASR 33 for the teletype.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a microline?
It's a micro. Is it 3? What's the number there, Terry?
Oh God, it's a microline. It's even older.
Nice.
An Oki microline. Yeah, that's ancient.
There you are.
They're a really good printer.
Yep. Yeah, I bought it a few years ago.
Yeah.
I use it. I use it with my S100 systems because it's small. In my storage back behind there, in my storage, I've got an RX100 Epson still sitting there, and I've got extra ribbons for it, but I think the ribbons are probably dried out by now.
What is a little WD-40 sprayed on them? I don't know. There was some trick for some of that stuff.
There's a bunch of Okie-Datas on eBay for next to nothing.
And I bought a box of spare ribbons.
Well, that's Joe. That's our next challenge then. Get a printer running.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I have it partially working, and the reason the whole printer thing came up to me is because I've been working on my monitor program, and I said, wouldn't it be fun to print this out on dot matrix printer? Like the old days. So that's again reliving the youth.
Yep.
So that I'll have to look into seeing what my options are.
Yeah.
On the idea of serial to parallel adapters, I have an AT&T 455 serial to parallel adapter. It's a plastic box about a foot long and 4 inches wide and maybe an inch tall. It's got a DB25 cable coming off of it. It's got a card edge connector on one side, dip switch settings, and there's a whole table of how to set the dip switches for different whatever it is, baud rates and everything. But it's an RS-230C model interface adapter, it's called. The guy gave this to me several years ago when I first got started playing with Altair 8800C.
Terry, is that like a tape, a small printer, like a little?
It's a small thermal printer. I was going to hook up to my one of my computers, but it's serial.
Yeah.
They had versions of this that were both serial and parallel, but unfortunately, I got 2 of the serial ones. But it does work.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Well, my thoughts are: I've got WordStar running, and I'm going to type a letter, and I'm going to print it out, and I'm going to post it out to you all.
Oh, I love that idea.
How's that? I'm going to send you a letter, print it out on WordStar on a printer from the UK, and I'll even pay for the stamp.
I don't think we tariff letters yet, so it's probably still safe. Yeah.
But that's what I want to do. I want to write a letter and actually print it out on this system and on a printer. Yeah. And I think I'm probably going to go for an Okie-Data. Actually, I was thinking about an FX80, but I think Terry has steered me towards maybe looking for an old Okie because they are really classic.
Yep.
Alps printers are really good printers too.
Yeah.
The Alps brand.
Alps. Yeah, I remember Alps.
I used to on my IMSAI, I used to have 3 printers. I had a Model 37 teletype. I had a Diablo 620 or 630. I forget which one it was, but it was, the daisy wheel. Yeah. And I had an RX 100. And I could, depending on which front panel switches were thrown, was which printer I used at any given time.
Oh, cool.
So, in the BIOS, I had it set up to, if it's the least significant bit, it would be one printer. The next one would be a different printer. The next one would be a different one. And I would use a daisy wheel primarily for printing the AMRAD newsletter that was sent out monthly and other big stuff like that. But I didn't want to, waste the cartridges. So I'd used either the Model 37. I got tired of pretty quick, but the RX 100 I used a lot. Okay, I've got a subject. I mentioned it to Walt. The last problem I'm having with Walt's computer before I send it all back is he wants to run Amon, and I've got Amon running. Well, I've got Amon loading, and it comes up and it gives the prompt, but whatever I type in gets echoed to the screen but doesn't execute. For example, in Amon I can type DU 0000 space 1000, and it echoes that to the screen, but it doesn't execute the dump.
Interesting.
And you have
however, if I load CPM, separately, if I load CPM, it works perfectly. Everything is fine.
But that sounds like the version of AMON is not configured for the same serial port you're using.
But
then why is it
transmit ready, receive ready kind of thing?
But then why is it receiving and echoing the characters?
Well, the echoing is weird.
Yeah.
The echoing is weird. I mean, I could understand the BIOS and CPM and the serial drivers in AMON are not necessarily the same.
Right.
So you'd get different performance, but...
Is this AMON you actually compiled yourself and everything?
No.
Or assembled yourself?
No, it's one that came with that's on the board, whichever board AMON has.
Usually AMON's on the
Everhard board.
The Everhard, yeah, the 2SIO JP.
Yeah, the JP board.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with. I haven't messed around with AMON. I've been doing WAMON and JOMON these days. So, AMON.
Well, see, that computer
has
an FDC Plus, which has Altmon on it, and the 88 2SIO JP, which has AMON on it.
Right.
So.
Okay, the JP has AMON. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I've just booted into AMON. Oops.
Yeah.
Helps if I use the right. Okay. I just booted into AMON. You can see the prompt.
Yep.
E0. Now if I type in DU.
A0, that kind of reminds me of CPM with the user, isn't it? A0 isn't
like CPM3, yes.
Yeah.
Well, this is supposed to be AMON.
No, that's CPM prompt.
That's CPM3. Like I think that's CPM3, yeah.
But okay, well,
you got to boot to F800 for AMON.
That's what I did.
Interesting.
Oh, then the ROM might be disabled because then it just goes to boot CPM.
Oh crap! Why is it? This is just not my day.
I've got to bail. Thanks for letting me listen in.
Hey,
good to see you again, buddy.
Bye.
Take care, bud. See, Paul, you gotta share some of your luck with Terry there, you know.
The F800, it should boot the AMON, but if the ROM is disabled, then it goes all the way up to FF and boots on the FDC Plus board to CPM.
Okay.
That A0 is not the AMON prompt, I don't think.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not familiar. I know I've seen that prompt before.
CPM3 has that prompt.
So does 2.2.
0.
Yeah, for you, user 0 type thing. Yeah, I've run into problems with copying files because.
Okay, there you go. Now I know.
Okay, there you are.
F800. It says AMON.
Yep. Yeah, that looks better.
Okay. I typed DU for dump 000 space 100.
Right. Oh, and it didn't understand. It gave you a question mark.
Yeah,
so I didn't understand.
Right.
So do we have the commands for it? Is it DU? Maybe there's a dash between the two.
No. He's doing the command right.
Okay. Ooh,
okay.
And I've tried dashes. I've tried commas. I've tried everything under the sun.
So
do a question mark and it'll give you a list of the commands.
It does not.
Oh, it doesn't.
Nope. There's a question mark, and it gives me a question mark back.
Oh.
try H. Help. See if help gives you something.
Send help.
Now you know why I added that option of mine to print out all the commands.
Yeah.
Well, normally it would.
Yeah, I got it.
You might have to type the word help.
Yeah, I think you might have to type the whole word. Doesn't AMON require that you type the whole word?
Okay, there's a whole word.
Oh, still a question mark.
Okay.
Maybe you got to do it in Spanish.
There you go.
I don't know Spanish.
Or German.
So I'm looking at an AMON manual.
Yeah,
and it says DU space or DU, then there's address, and then it says count for dumping memory.
Right.
So are you doing a count per se?
No. Address is the way Altmon works.
He says dump 1,000 bytes.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I I thought I didn't really pay
Come
attention to
on.
the second number.
See, I know a little German. I tried typing Achtung. That's about the extent of my German, other than numbers until 10.
Yeah.
Eins, zwei, drei, vier, fünf.
Oh, I speak quite fluent German, so I can help you out there. Kann ich haben Sie eine Hilfe bitte?
I keep putting the iPad down on the keyboard.
My guess is there's a switch setting on the board that's not set right, or a jumper. Probably a switch, though.
It says if you use DU and you don't enter anything, it defaults to start at 0, and then the count would be start at 65K if you just tried DU by itself.
There you go. Just did it. DU by itself.
Yep.
Okay, thank you. I guess not. I'm just going off the manual.
Yeah, I'm looking at the manual right now, and it looks like, there is something amiss. There's definitely something amiss. It's responding, but responding with what the hell are you talking about?
And
question mark is print the help command.
Right.
And there you go. You want a DU by itself, and there's DU by itself.
Yeah. How about just question mark without the words around that?
No, it's not work. We tried that earlier.
Did we try that earlier? I'm sorry, I missed that. Sorry.
There's a question mark.
Yeah,
it's everything responds back with I don't know what you're talking about. And it's not case sensitive because it's coming back uppercase. So it's not like it's correcting you and you're typing lowercase and it's coming back uppercase, is it?
No.
Although the question mark would be, there's no uppercase question mark.
Have you matched all the dip switch settings and jumper settings that are on my webpage for both the 88 SIL-JP and the FDC Plus?
No, I haven't tried that yet.
Because that's what Martin gave me, those switch settings. That's why I posted it on my website. It says this is the way to have it set up. And Mike Douglas verified that and also gave me a list of the dip switch settings for the FDC Plus. So I got both of those up on my website.
Okay, I'll double check.
It worked that way fine.
I mean, I'm sure you probably already did this, but the AMON source is up on DRAM.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, I mean,
just kind of looking at it, maybe even reassembling it.
I don't think this is AMON itself. I think it's something happening with the serial connection.
Okay.
It's got to be because, I mean, the AMON comes in the ROM on that card.
Yeah, and I haven't changed it.
Yeah, so it's almost like there's a problem with the serial connection that's doing something weird. The AMON doesn't quite.
Oh, like there's a magic key.
But there's CPM.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's that's 2.2 with A0. Oh well. Anyway. Yeah. So it's. Ugh.
I think it's either a dip switch or a jumper setting.
Right.
But how?
Yeah.
But how could it be a dip switch or a jumper setting that would cause the monitor not to accept anything, but all the data coming in is repeated correctly going out?
Right. It's like this local echo happening, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like local echo and ignore me.
Right.
Combination of local echo and ignore me, which is no switch setting for.
Very strange.
Well, actually, local echo can be in the terminal emulator you're running, but
well,
that doesn't look like
but then
what's
it
happening.
would do this. Then CPM would also do weird stuff.
CPM would be doing local echo too.
Yeah,
yeah, and this
you'd know it.
This is standard Terra term.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Looks like Walt's boards are just possessed.
Yeah. Equates for the 88 SIO, the 88.2 SIO equates, Motorola 3850. I'm just kind of looking at some of these serial settings in here. But...
Yeah.
Now, which board is AMON on?
The JP, the 2SIO JP.
Okay.
And that is got to have the most jumpers I've ever seen on a board. Well, close to the most. John's Z80 master board has about 1 million jumpers on it that are poorly documented.
All right. Well, I just thought I'd check and see if anybody's run into this before.
Yeah, I've run AMON on mine and it worked fine. So this is definitely, yeah.
If that's the case, if it's on the 2SIO, I guess I could pull this other board, this other serial board out for now. But I seem to recall it was working, it was doing the same thing even without the other board.
Okay.
Well, I thought it was on the other 2S. I thought it was on the JP board.
I put a link to that page that has the two boards on there and shows how to set them up to work together.
Okay. What's more frustrating today, nothing, I couldn't get my wife's iPad to work right. And for the last 3 days, I haven't been able to send email because my freaking company, my ISP has got SMTP broken. So
wonderful.
Oh,
it's been a frustrating few days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Comcast out here on the West Coast used to do horrible things with SMTP.
Yeah.
They intentionally blocked it and made you use their email relays. Because I think they wanted to be able to look inside your email. I can't think of any other logical reason.
Yeah. That's really interesting, Terry. And if you have a board, you can think something you can swap out that and see how it acts with a different one.
If you pull the JP board out, you're also pulling out the AMON EEPROM.
Yeah.
So you lose, but so the two are tied together.
Yeah, no, I was talking. I've got Walt sent me his second serial board, which is an 88-2 SIO.
That's one of Patrick's boards.
That's Patrick's board. Yeah.
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 And I just pulled it out of the computer.
Yeah. Oh,
that should be set for, I can't remember if I had it set for 0 and 1 or 14 and 15, something like that.
I think it's 14 and 15 because I can get it to work. I had it working. Then I ran into this problem.
Yeah, there's something very strange going on there. AMON is loading, but it's just, that is bizarre.
So of course I don't know if this is the same source off of DRAM, but the 88 SIO. What would the JP card look like? An 88 SIO or an 88?
Oh no, it's a whole different board.
It's a whole it is another exercise. Yeah, it's got all this extra functionality. It's an 88 2SIO with about 50 other things added to it.
Gotcha.
It's got like that weird front panel connector for the Altairs with the minimal front panel with just the reset and the start switch on them. There was
the turnkey.
The turnkey. So it's got the turnkey port on it. It's got EEPROM on it. It's got power on and reset jump on it. It'll generate your MWrite. I mean, it's the all singing, all dancing.
That does everything. Okay, I think that's right. I think I looked at it at one time and said it looked a little too hairy to build.
It's not so much it's hairy to build. It's a royal pain getting the jumpers just right.
Okay.
Now that's why I say is those pictures I have on my website show the FDC Plus and the 88 2SIO JP working together.
Right.
And that's the way I had it set up in my Altair 8800C, and it worked fine.
Right. Yeah, there's something very strange going on there.
I think it's a dip switch setting, or
it might be
jumper, because you can configure different ways of using that ROM socket on the board.
Yeah.
I don't see how, maybe I'm just ignoring something, but I don't see how a dip switch could cause this.
Well, there's the little jumpers that go on that board too.
Yeah, I know.
But and see
Is it,
on the board, the Amon ROM is only a 2732, but you can put a bigger ROM chips on there. And
right.
so those jumpers and dip switches
Right.
are what configure for the
Yeah.
different size
Right. But
chips.
right, but we're seeing the initial banner come up, the prompt comes up,
yeah.
right, and where Terry types something, it echoes it, but then gives you a question mark like I didn't understand back, and then gives you the prompt again. So something is happening where I wonder if it's something like stop bits or parity that's causing the characters to get modified between the echo and the interpret. I don't know if that could happen, but that was just a thought. Just a thought there.
Yeah. Because we're seeing data, it's not something like a port conflict. Another port, somebody else,
Right.
some other card is
Yeah.
possibly bumping in,
Yeah.
partially
Like I
bumping
said,
into
the only
port.
thing I could think of is maybe it's like I said, the serial port settings are incorrect. And the code that echoes back to the screen is not having a problem with that because it's echoing back what it receives. But the code that takes the bytes that you're typing
So
and
yeah.
passes them on to the
Computer.
computer is somehow, and it's like if the stop bits or the parity or something is a mismatch, maybe that's what it is.
Something. This is just toss out something I lived recently, and Patrick helped me out a little bit with it. Is it possible that take a look at the RAM card? I don't know if you're using like the Flex RAM or is the RAM built into that
No, it's
JP
on the
card as well?
FTC Plus.
It's on the
It's on
FTC
FTC
Plus.
Plus. Okay, yeah, it's not as flexible. Okay, I was thinking that maybe a section was marked or either marked as read only or and
Well,
within
that's why I
that, then
say
you get fewer results.
those jumper settings between the two boards are critical to be exactly right.
Absolutely, they
And
are.
that's why I put
Okay.
the pictures on my website.
Yeah.
Because once they were
Yeah.
working perfect, I took photographs of the board and posted them, for my own reference and for other people's reference. Because when I first got the 882 SIO-JP, I bought it direct from Martin, but he had it set up for something else.
Oh.
And I couldn't get it to work. And he usually shipped it out set up for an Altair 8800C configuration. But and I was asking Mike, and Mike says, "Oh, but he sends them out already set up right in that." So then I took a picture of the board and sent it to Martin, and he says, "Oh, that configuration is wrong.
Right.
Sorry about that." And he gave me the right configuration.
Yeah, when I got mine, I got just the bare board and and the EEPROM basically, because he wasn't selling them complete anymore. He was only selling them as a bare board and I think the EEPROM and maybe two other chips. I think the serial chips he shipped with them. So yeah, when mine, I was starting from scratch. So it was a few pleasant days of tinkering with those till I got it all to work right.
Could the EEPROM be damaged somehow? The
your EEPROM is the prompt is coming up.
Yeah, the prompt's coming up. It's interacting.
But I'm saying farther down in the. This is essentially just a list of memory. If it's that's why we do memory tests across a range. Again, it's a far-fetched idea, but
yeah, you could pull the EEPROM and dump it and compare it to the original, but I don't think that's the problem. I think it's almost like something weird is going on with the stop bits or parity. So the echo is looking fine, but the EEPROM is not. The way it tries to process somehow the character that's getting passed to the jump table. Because basically it probably works the same way as most monitors do with the character being an offset and a jump table, basically. And it's like it doesn't understand what it's being passed, which suggests, I don't know. That's the best I got.
Well, this
At
thing's been
least, at least
pain
the
in the
source
butt.
version, the source version I'm looking at, when it reads from the 2SIO port, it strips parity.
Okay,
It looks like he does set it up for 2 stop bits,
interesting.
but I wouldn't think that would matter.
If you it can. I've seen a problem where the number of stop bits can cause garbled text. The character's getting damaged somehow. So that might be what it is. It might be that
move from siles into soft.
Hmm.
Okay, I did pull the board, and there are a couple differences between Walt's picture
Okay.
and mine.
Okay.
It's kind of hard to see from Walt's pictures what I'm seeing. It's kind of hard to read those. I guess what I need to do is I need to save the image and then expand it.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
The main thing.
I can send you a super large picture because I got it board scanned in at 1200 dots per inch, so it's it's bigger than a 4K screen.
Yeah, because these switches. Let's see, save image as. Downloads, okay. Now open downloads.
You know why Martin stopped making the boards?
Yeah, because there were too many issues with it.
No, he got a pile of stocks from Tesla and moved out of Silicon Valley up to Washington, so he doesn't have access to the board fab anymore.
Oh. Well, Mike Douglas still tells people to go talk to him about buying one on his website.
Yeah. Yeah, Patrick, you should get on Mike's case about putting your 2SIO-R1 board on his website.
It is. It is. Yeah, it is on there.
Yeah, it's been on there for a long time.
On Mike's Altair 8800C page?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, I haven't looked at it for a while.
Yeah, I went there. I think I grabbed a copy of the the manual for the it's not that manual, but you know what I mean. It's the 88 2SIO manual, I think it is.
Yeah.
Patrick, which one do I have?
The 2SIO.
Yeah.
Okay, the only switch that I found I think is different is the port address, the bottom switch. It's labeled SD, if I remember, if I can read it right. Use status disable. But when I put it the way your picture is, Walt, it won't do anything. It doesn't boot anymore. So maybe there's something else wrong with the board in that.
The SD. Okay.
SD. Use status disable. At least that's what it says there.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the manual to see if I can
okay.
See what it's
the other switches are all on, off, on, off in the picture.
Yeah.
On the bottom below the picture is also the text of those depth switches.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
Oh, okay.
And now when I plug it in, and I go to F8, it doesn't boot.
Ah, okay.
And the jumpers are all correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the problem. I went through this a lot, and the only way I could get it to boot properly was to have that switch thrown.
Interesting. I'm trying to find what that switch does exactly.
I can't tell if it's SD or ED in the picture, but I think
Yeah.
it's SD.
Yeah. SDED. Which switch is it?
It's the bottom switch on the port address bank of switches.
Okay. What point is that? Where is this hiding? Where is that sweet size phantom jump start?
It's ED.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. ED is
EEPROM disable.
EEPROM disable, yeah.
well, yeah, that would make sense if it's
Why
Yeah.
EEPROM's not coming up? Yeah.
so it needs to be my way, but Walt's picture shows it being the other way.
Maybe he had an EEPROM, another EEPROM in that system at the time.
Or was using Altmon instead of Amon. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I was using Amon.
Oh, okay.
Well, it don't work with the switch in that position.
Oh, fun times.
But yeah, if I flip that switch, if I flip that one switch the other way, that's what I get.
Okay.
You can see it is Amon.
Yep.
Yep.
And I just type DU.
Yep.
Oops, where is it?
Yeah.
Question mark. Yeah.
And if I type a question mark,
Which should give you the help. Yeah.
It gives you a question mark.
Gives you a question mark. It's definitely having problems interpreting what you're typing.
I just put a 8.5 megabyte picture file on the chat. So that's like twice as big as a 4K monitor, or 1.5 times as big.
So Walt, are you absolutely sure that the switch positions that you have in that picture are for Amon and not Altmon?
Yeah, the picture I just put in the chat shows it in my Altair 8800C.
Right.
While it was running.
ED, port FF, auto disable, and auto disable EEPROM. Yeah, okay. 2K is the size. Yeah, those switches there are all about those switches there are all about the sense switches, EEPROM disable for there's a whole bunch of that's the port FF. So that's switch. You got just the wrong angle on that picture, Walt. You can't read the letters underneath the switches. But yeah.
On the picture on my website?
No, the one that you just posted. Can't quite read the
EEPROM address switch.
So he's talked to ED is on the EEPROM, not on the EEPROM address switch. ED's on the other one of the other switches. Port FF sense switches. That really doesn't matter if you're not using sense switches.
Okay, I see another switch that's wrong. Let me try putting that back that way. All the port FF sense switches match.
Yeah.
EEPROM address. You have EEPROM address 7 one way, and I've got it the other way.
Yeah, 7 is the only one on.
Yeah, I see that.
And those switches all play together as well.
Yep.
It's
let me try this. Wait a minute. Now this is weird. Naturally, I'm on Zoom, so I can't see what I was looking at. When I do that, when I set the EEPROM address, switch 7, on the same way as Waltz, I can't get it to do anything. It goes off in deep space.
Well, is the ED switch the same way?
Yeah, this AD switch matches Walt's picture.
Oh, okay.
Both things.
Some of these things interact.
Yeah.
Because they're around different EEPROM sizes and a whole I mean, it's just unbelievably convoluted.
Yeah, I don't know.
I wonder if something on the board went bad.
It's possible, but again, it's such a subtle failure. Yeah. The fact that it prints out the banner and then you get a prompt that responds with a question mark suggests that the board is probably okay. Okay. Right, because there's all the EEPROM size switches. Oh god, yeah.
Okay, the jumpers at the bottom of the board, the three jumpers match Walt's. Oh, wait a minute, there's four jumpers. Walt, I can't tell on the picture what the far right jumper is. Let me see if I can.
J9? Far right jumper.
J9 is for current loop.
No, the jumper, it's either 8080 or Z80. And
that does have to match. That does have to match the processor. I tested that and put the wrong one, don't work.
Well, that's funny. It works for me with it in 8080 mode.
Right, but it is an 8080, right? Or Z80?
It's a Z80.
Oh, it's a Z80.
I never changed that when I put my Z80 board in.
Right.
Yeah.
If you put it in Z80 with an 8080, it doesn't work. But not the other way. Yeah, I think that's really a matter of it has to be an 8080 for an 8080, but for a Z80 it could technically be an either, which I'm not quite sure what that does. I'm sure it's in the manual here somewhere.
Okay.
Random command issues.
Oh, there are so many options on this board, I swear.
Okay, here's the board as it exists where it does not work.
Yeah.
See that jumper is in
8080 side, yeah.
In 8080 mode, which matches Walt's picture. And I believe all of these switches match Walt's picture now.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see pins are dip switch 7 is on, yeah.
And then it's
but
on,
it should
on, off, on, off.
I don't think it should be.
On, off, on. Wait a minute, the bottom two look different. The bottom two pins on that one, or am I just? Oh, maybe not.
Those are off.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
sorry.
they're both off. And this is the one that if I switch this to on, like this,
right,
it runs aim on, but it doesn't do anything.
Which is weird because that's.
And then you can see this switch, all of the sense switch.
Right, that's the sense switch. Yeah,
it's all correct. And you can see this switch over here,
which is the address for the EEPROM. Yeah,
I believe is all correct.
Yeah. Yes.
So I don't understand why this.
Right.
Why this address bit is
Yeah.
on.
No, I hear you.
To
I hear you.
me, it should be off.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. That's not an address switch. That's SD. That's SD. Use status disable.
Uh-huh.
That is. Okay, so if I flip this switch off, like I said, if I flip the switch
20.
off and I set this switch back on, it'll boot.
Okay, so
It'll
this
boot Amon, but it won't pay attention to Amon.
right. I'm just okay. Oh, that's pH. Oh, here we go. SD. Memory disabled via status signals. That's what SD does. The first method of blocking. So it's okay. So the SD switch is to do with how you disable RAM when you're reading EEPROM in the same address space. So when you've got EEPROM and RAM overlapping, which is quite common,
Yeah.
when you access the address space that the ROM is in, the SD is one of the ways that it can disable the RAM through SMEMR signal on the S100 bus. So this method works with most early boards, including all memory boards like MITs. To select this method of disabling other memory, close the dip switch. So the SD is to do with disabling RAM when you're accessing EEPROM. So that, yeah. And then there's also the phantom signal with a pH,
Right.
which does the same thing using a phantom signal line. So
Yeah.
there's two different ways of doing it.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to call it short because
Yeah.
my wife has yelled at me for dinner.
But if you wanted, if you look at the manual from Martin's manual, page 20 explains how those switches work.
Okay.
Memory disable. So, but if you're using you should be anyway. Yeah, go take care of family.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's yelling at me because she had dinner ready half an hour ago.
Ah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm expecting that call shortly. So.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
All right.
Okay, guys.
keep
Okay.
at it.
Yeah.
Take care.
Have a good night.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.